For the last 2 years, there have been 52 churches, depending on which region, again, you are referring to, because there are different regions in Nigeria. Since the last 5 years, the attacks, not destroyed, attacks on churches, 102.
How many Christians have been murdered in Nigeria since 2009?
Since over the last 5 years, I can categorically tell you that 177 have been killed. And it does not mean that the killing...
But you said to me... earlier... You said to me earlier you did... Yeah, but hang on. Foreign Minister, with respect...
Muslims. They are not necessarily Muslims.
Pierce, what's happening in Nigeria is jihad. It's the exact same thing that happened on October 7 by Islamists when they broke into Israel and murdered Jews yelling Allahu Akbar. It's the exact same thing that ISIS terrorists did to the Yazidis in Iraq. It's the exact same thing that happened in Lebanon. Here's the only difference between what's happening today in Nigeria versus what happened 1,400 years ago when the Muslim Arab invaders came to Persia is that back then people did not have cameras, but today they do. It is 100% jihad. We've seen it before. This is how the Islamist playbook always happens. Right now, you have a Muslim president, and then they decided to choose a Muslim vice president. And so there is actually no Christian representation in the Islamist government. I was a politician for 7 years, Pierce, and I can tell when someone is lying and avoiding the truth. That's exactly what this foreign minister is doing, and shame on him for lying.
Let me tell you,
quite shocking.
I dare him.
Quite shocking. I mean, there are reports. We've seen reports everywhere.
I challenge him to bring out that where he got that data from. He didn't cite the source. It's not true.
Well, all right.
That data is not true. It's porkies.
But those statistics that the foreign minister reeled out on that show was quite painful to hear, Rufai.
Even me.
Yes.
I shame for Nigeria. I shame for Tuga. Foreign minister of my country, go out there, you don't get facts, you don't get data.
The 200 people that were killed just the other day from Yawata, 200, and the 500 that Dachomo showed us,
he said
that's 700 already.
What about the Christmas Eve killings?
Yes.
You know, Amnesty reported that over 1,000 people were killed in the Christmas Eve killings. Okay, let's even say conservative number, let's say about 300, as reported by some people in that Christmas killings. You say 177, but it shows. And next thing, you are trying to put down the woman and saying all sorts. The woman was right. When we're talking about Muslim tickets, didn't people make noise? Didn't the likes of Buala say that was why he left the APC there? Has he not gone back the AP to the APC now? It's not going to show a level of balancing. And Tuga kept on talking about Sudan. The reason for the problem of Sudan, apart from the artisan problem in the south, when the north and the south was fighting because of minerals and other things that John Garang helped liberate, is that there are two independent warlords. In South Sudan, you have Riek Machar and Salva Kiir fighting. In the northern part of Sudan, after the exits of Umar al-Bashir from the scene, you have Ameti and al-Burnham, two top military generals fighting each other for the power of the country. So it's got nothing, to do, and you're trying to relate it to, don't turn Nigeria into Sudan. You see, all of this narrative, please, I'm just saying get your facts right. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Get your facts right. And for, real quickly, the police officers that they used for all of the back and forths, let me just remind them in the words of another police officer when Wike and Yerima had an altercation. One police officer called the military man in the corner and said, please, don't die in their war. These men are big men. No.
That's Dele Faroti.
They just want to advise the police, don't die in their war. They are big men. They will settle themselves. But it's very sad. Look at the killings that have been happening in this country. I challenge the minister's rhetoric and his numbers.
Yes.
This is very... So you couldn't Tuga call National Bureau of Statistics and get data.
This is,
he
appeared to have been reading from
at least they should bring it out.
A piece of paper.
Is that not why we are funding them?
We have a data problem.
But we are the media. They can send it to us. We would like to see those figures, because what we have is nothing compared to what the minister reeled out. I mean, this is tragedy that is really happening in Nigeria.
And it took him a while before he was able to acknowledge and say the data. At first, he first said, no, we don't know. You can't really distinguish if it's Christian or Muslim. They don't check the religion of the dead. What do you mean? What kind of talk is that? We're not saying Muslims are not being killed. Yes, of genocidal proportion. But you can't deny the fact that there's a Christian genocide. Let's call it spade. They can't meet yesterday and talked about it again.
All right, Christians are being killed. Christians are being killed. Christians are being massacred.